When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Hello dude faces and girl faces, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for kind of listening to the intro and coming back and seeing us. Today, bit of a special one for me. We're going to be reviewing the Jem 7VWH, which has always been a dream of mine since I was a kid. Fortunately enough for me, later on in my career, about 2 years ago, I had the opportunity of getting a scholarship at Berkeley and actually studying under Steve Vai. Which I had that straight A's course, get in, and I ended up getting a Steve Vai scholarship. So I'm the first international student to ever get a Steve Vai scholarship, so I'm absolutely brimming off that. And that's kind of given me more of a passion for this instrument really, and more of a passion for Steve Vai's music. I know you guys have got to be aware of this guy. If you're not, please check him out. The guy is absolutely spaghetti fingers, lot. He's awesome.
He looks like George Judy.
But he does look like George Judy. Nice one, Chris. He does. He is proper George Judy. Sorry, Steve. Right, so, as I say, man, it's kind of, this is coming from passion rather than a product review. This is my guitar. It's a guitar that I've absolutely adored for a number of years now. There's some mods and some differences that you'll notice from the standard Jems. But we'll discuss them later on in the review. So thanks for stopping by, and let's get on with this deal. Right guys, I'm going to start with an introduction to the kind of pickup config I've got at the minute. Now it's mostly best to start with a clean tone in that respect, because we know ourselves, if you get loads of gain on that, we're just going to get mush anyway. So this is really acoustic, clean, and Vai kind of sticks to that type of sound, very Fendery. So what I'm using today is the Line 6 Vetta II head, running through a Marshall 2B12 and a Mesa 4B12.
Let's take a look, man.
Let's take a look at that bad boy. It's a cool strategy, is what it is. So we're running a couple of Blackface Deluxes or dual reverbs, and we're gonna kind of keep everything as clean as possible. Gain running about 12, and the bibs are there showing you the settings. If you've got a Line 6, check this setting out. Very acoustic style clean. So we're going to rock this up and give you a demo of the bridge position evolution pickup. Yeah. So that's the bridge position. I'm going to move that to the middle position. Now this is basically all single coil Evo. With this position, I've kind of moved the Evo out of the way a little bit. Don't be afraid of doing that, guys. If you've got a Jem and you pick above that pickup, just drop it out, man. It's okay. You'll drop a little bit of volume, but it won't really, it's not that bad a tone. And this is like a really clean, kind of funky Surfcaster sound. With this, I'll just knock out a little bit of a funk in E minor. Yeah, so very sparkly, but not as pronounced as the other two pickups. Now here's where we start talking about the mods on this individual guitar. With this, I've removed the Evolution front pickup, and I've replaced that with a Fernandez Sustainer in white, sexy. And I've also stuck in a Seymour Duncan Hot Rails. Now this is about as close to the original Evo as I could find, so that got thrown right in there. So let's have a listen to that tone. So again, a little bit more bite on that. And again, if you guys are ever thinking about doing a Sustainiac or a Fernandez Sustainer conversion, I recommend this pickup. I think it's an awesome pickup, sounds great. Sounds great with the metal stuff and the heavier tones. Sounds beautiful in the cleans as well. Right guys, the rest of the guitar, obviously you'll notice there's a big kind of monkey grip. I know Rob most probably wants to call it the Monkey Lord grip, but we're going to keep it the monkey grip at the minute. We've got a 99 2000 model, so we're looking at nearly 22 years old now. And with all of the kind of the cleaning and upkeep of this guitar I've had to keep on, it's still looking pretty mint. What you will notice though is there is some tarnishing on the gold hardware. Don't think you're a freak, guys, if this happens to you. What it basically means is you've just got like kind of alien blood for sweat.
You've also got some really black strings, man.
Dude, that is about a day of play. That's about 6 or 7 hours. Again, it's a bit of a nightmare because of sweat acid. I just melt through anything. I think I'm like one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse or something. I'm also like pestilence or rot. Something not as cool as war, basically, is what I am. We've got a double lock and trem system, which is the Edge Pro, not the Low Pro. And the Low Pro is a fantastic system. Great for flutter and stuff and doing some crazy effects. That kind of stuff. The Edge Low Pro works a little bit better than the Pro. I just find this a bit more stable in the tuning and a little bit more stable when I'm whamming the crap out of stuff. We've got full gold and white livery, which everyone kind of finds sexy. Yes, I'm talking about you, Dave Navarro. And again, I've got an extra tone knob that isn't a tone knob. That's actually the controls for sustainer. So, a few little mods there. Let me just put up a kind of fatter tone, and let's just look at that sustainer in action. Really, let's hear what we can do with it. Oh yeah. So when you hear Vai at the start of, I don't know, For the Love of God's Sake, that guy's just got the sustainer on all the time, which just gives him that creamy. That's going to sustain forever. So he's kind of got help. Sorry, Steve, giving away secrets. So that's the situation with the sustainer. You can also get some completely and utterly random sounds out of it, which, if you keep an ear out for my forthcoming EP that should be out before October, you'll hear some of those crazy ramblings because I'm going to death on it. Right, guys, so that's the kind of pickup differential. In a heavy tone, you won't really hear that much through the though the mic on the Nikon is absolutely awesome. It's still not going to give you that in the room with the amp vibe, but we'll do our best, really. So this is kind of Deity Tone, quite fat, a little bit of delay, a little bit of reverb on there, and this is kind of bridge position pickup. Front pickup. And this is going to give you that kind of almost Hendrixy woman tone, a little bit more gain. So we get a little bit more clarity through on that pickup, as you would expect from a front pickup. And that is, without the sustainer engaged, that's all Mr. Duncan. Very close to the Evo. And that is basically it, guys. We've got big fat tones, quite harsh initially on the Evos, so you've got to really watch your playing, which I might not have done then, but it doesn't matter, it's all about the review. Feels brilliant. We've got a traditional Wizard neck, a little bit thinner than the Wizard 2, a little bit wider than the Wizard 2 also, but just super easy to get hold of. Like, I'm a big lad, I'm 6'3", 6'4", but I've got quite small hands. This'll do, absolutely brilliant. Shred all day on it, play all day on it, never fatigue with it, and I just think it's an absolutely lovely piece of kit. We can buy Malaysian Premium if we want for £1,000, or we can look at one of these guys second hand for about 1200. I reckon you do a bit of both. So That's it for the end of the review. Hopefully going to come across with a Steve Vai style kind of study over the next maybe 5 or 6 weeks. I had the good fortune of getting a scholarship from Steve when I was studying at Berkeley. A straight A's course, which was absolutely blinding for me. I'm a self-taught guitarist. So it just goes to show you, man, no matter how old you are, no matter what you're doing with your day, you can be the guitarist that you want to be. So keep involved, keep watching the channel, look forward to that Steve Vai style study thing. We'll get through a lot of absolutely awesome grooves, and keep your eye out for some other reviews as well. So pleasure to meet you guys. Keep in touch, keep commenting, keep letting us know what you want. Me and Bibby will definitely see you right, and check it before you wreck it.
Shredders out, Mr. Glover.
Shredders out.
One thing I forgot to mention during the video is, what is the score with the ridiculous scallops on the fretboard?
Yeah, it's a good job you mentioned that, man, because I completely forgot about it as well. Deal with the scallops is Steve Vai's got fingers like spider crab legs. They're like 27 miles long each. That's the official Guinness Book of Records.
Is that an official fact?
It's proper official. So what happens is when you get up to the dusties, you don't really get that much purchase with your fingers if you've got fat or long fingers. So what that enables you to do is catch a note with a slight scallop. A lot of people worry about overbending, so they kind of push into the scallop. That's how much extra tone you get. You will not bend it out of tune no matter how hard you press. It just allows you to get that note a little bit easier.
Cool, thanks man.
Nice one.